So welcome back to the channel. So far I hope that you've been enjoying some of the Blood Bowl content that I'm producing. I'm actually currently uploading something right now. So if you enjoy it, please stick around. I really do appreciate the support. Any comments that you can leave, a subscription, you know how it is. So anyway, this video is going to be pretty short. I have a lot of friends and I've had a lot of people ask me kind of how to get into the hobby, the financials of it. So what this video is going to be addressing kind of my approach to breaking into the hobby. This video is intended to be for, well, it's good for beginners first off. So straight to the source. If you're a beginner, if you've not yet purchased something, or if you have just purchased something, you're in the right spot. If you are trying to convince your friend to play, so if that's kind of where you're at, you already know what's up, you're trying to get other people to know what's up, you're also in the right place. So here we go. I wrote down a little list here. So they're all these reasons why you want to play Blood Bowl, right? It's easy. It's a fairly easy game. It's a fast thing to pick up. It's a quick hobby to pick up. It's rewarding. So it's fun. It's cheap, mostly. So how much is it to enter here? So you're looking at a box that's about 120 bucks. So that is a pretty good entry point because that gets 2 people into the game. You're getting all kinds of stuff for that. You're getting 2 complete teams. You're getting dice. Dice usually cost anywhere from 20 to 80 bucks. And the reason for that in Blood Bowl is that you're using unique dice. You can't just go out and buy any like Chess X dice set and make it work. There are actually symbols on the dice that matter to you that are not on regular dice. So the reason that you're paying so much money is because the supply, it's super limited. They don't really have a ton of these dice runs. So once you have a dice set, you don't really need more. And if you get one in a box set, it's perfectly doable. So that $80 is like, I'm a chaos player, right? So if you want something specific and fancy, it's more money. But you're looking to break into the game, you don't need all that. You're also getting a pitch, which is the game board. If you go out and try to buy that separately, again, you're looking at $60 and up. That comes in the box set though. You're also looking at a rule book, which is $40, 40, 50 bucks. That also comes in the box set. So that box set is, to no surprise, the best way to get into the game. It's also the best way to update all of your stuff, because this current box set is the best way to get these 2 new races. Games Workshop has really kind of a good way of going about getting new players in. It's kind of a financial no-brainer that the box set that they specifically target people with is really the best option, right? So if you wanted to not do it that way, you could buy a solo team. Like I bought Chaos, for example. I love playing Chaos. So that's gonna run you, if you don't get them on sale, 60 bucks. I got mine for 40. A pitch, like I said, about 60 bucks. The Chaos pitch, however, you're going to be paying like $80. So good luck even finding it online. Like there's some guys in the UK that are selling it, but still you're looking at like $80 plus $20 shipping. It's pretty wild. The dice are in the same boat. There's 2 different Chaos dice. You got basically sets for $60 and $80. So I just use the transparent red dice that come in the box set because it's chaosy enough. So the rule book, it's a one-time purchase, and a lot of the times, once you know the rules, you don't really need the rule book, right? Like, I mean, if you're playing, especially in a group of people of like 4 or more, if one person has a rule book, you all know the rules. So, and then carrying case, it's kind of like a various fee, right? I like to use this this little tactic. I'm gonna give you a little trick here. It's called the hermit crab tactic. So the hermit crab tactic is, I like to, when I'm getting into a hobby, I like to get, so I got the box set first with a carrying case, right? So the reason I did that is I immediately wanted a place for my guys. I didn't want to have plastic sprawled everywhere. I didn't want it to collect dust in a box. I'd rather it collect dust in a carrying case. And I'll reuse the carrying case for games that I actually know that I'll play, like Warhammer. So I'll grow into that carrying case. If I really like the game, then I'll just get another cool carrying case, a bigger carrying case, or another one to kind of grow into my stuff. With Blood Bowl, you can get a very small case because you only need room for maybe 16 objects, like 12 guys basically, and then, you know, a little compartment for dice. Carrying cases that are that big are really cheap. Really cheap. Like, you can find them for like under $40. And a lot of the cases, ones that are that small, you can even find them on sale for under $20. If you like the game, great. Get a slightly bigger case for $50, $60, grow into it. That's kind of how I like to kind of like gauge my interest so I don't buy too much. I have a lot of friends that have a lot of Warhammer that they have never really even assembled. I make it a point to get the case, put them in the case, fill them out. That way, if I decide to sell them or whatever else, at least they're in good condition and I can sell it all as a complete package, almost like a rebox, if you will. So even if people expect a discount, they're not gouging me on price. It's just convenient for all parties. Everything is already there. That's kind of how I like to do my gaming. It also keeps down on the clutter in a big way. Lastly, it's aesthetically pleasing. So then we have like paint. Right, we have paint supplies. Getting into this hobby, you got to paint stuff, you got to put things together. I'd say $50 to $80 you can probably get into Blood Bowl. And that's like if you don't have paint, if you don't have any paint at all, is what I'm saying. Like, if you don't have any brushes, if you don't have any files or anything like that, budget about $50 to $80. So I would say at cheapest, you're probably getting away with $60 to break into this hobby. If you just split the cost on a box set with your friend, you don't care, you just run raw plastic, you just want to know about the mechanics of the game, that's your entry point. If you want like a realistic entry point, about $120. You might be able to shave some bucks here and there, get some stuff on sale or whatever. Be a frugal buyer, you know, do your due diligence, and you can get out a little cheaper, but about $120. You figure that's a good price for a rule book, game pieces, dice, a playing surface, a playing board, paint, all the fixins. You know what I mean? You don't need to go out and buy a fancy wet palette. I have a fancy wet palette. It works exactly the same as the one that I made out of Tupperware, only this one seals a little nicer. So, I mean, do you really need something like that? It feels nice, but like, I see a lot of guys that are running into the hobby who are just like really obsessed with getting all of these premium objects before they even know if they like the game, if they even get into the game. So I like to take these like little baby step approaches to just get people to eliminate as many excuses, distractions, intimidation as possible. That's kind of how I like to break them into it. You can get into Blitz Bowl alternatively. You can get into this game by the Blitz Bowl. I wrote here, alternatively, you can buy two Blitz Bowl boxes. That'll cost you about $100. If you really want to go out on eBay, you can buy a pitch and some dice separately. That'll be another probably about $80, realistically. You could probably do it a little cheaper if you look hard, but split that with your friend. It's about the same cost, only this way you know that one of you is getting a human team, and the other one can choose either orcs, dwarves, or Skaven, because there's 3 different box sets for Blitz Bowl. I would really recommend the Ultimate Edition though, because lots of value there. If they give you the right damn dice, oh my goodness. Oh, they shorted me a block dice, so I only have 2 block dice. So now when I play with Chaos, I have to bring a whole separate thing of dice in. I got into it with the... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Here's one bad thing about our hobby. The customer support is not customer support. They're a joke. They are a joke. They're a joke. They're a joke. Who is trying to get somebody over on a troll sprue? You know, why am I wasting like customer support's time, all these people's time? Why am I trying to rob somebody out of one half of a troll sprue? Is it more likely that somebody just made a mistake and put 2 halves of the same troll sprue in a box? Probably. So I don't know why that's such a hard thing to fix, but oh man, that really gets my goat. And then the dice, being short of that block dice, that really upset me. But it's neither here nor there. Please forgive me. So yeah, this is kind of like a little crash course of like how much money does it really take to get into this hobby. What are some of the things you need to be aware of? What are some of the other avenues you can attack this from? It's really not rocket science. I mean, because you're only working with Blitzball 6 to 12 miniatures for Blood Bowl, right? Up all the way up to like maybe 16, I think, right? There's not a whole lot of miniatures there to work with. So it's a fairly easy thing as far as the hobby side of things, from a putting together miniature standpoint, from a painting standpoint, collecting standpoint, storing standpoint, and financial standpoint. So these are all things to consider when you're getting into the hobby, trying to get somebody else into the hobby, or if you want to use this video in some other way that could be helpful to, you know, meeting those goals. At any rate, man, it's about 10 minutes on the clock here. I'm Mitch. Thank you for your time. Please like, share, and subscribe. And hey, I'll make more of these, I hope.